Is it working? You said it. Oh.
Hello, Miss Johnson.
Oh, honey, I told you could call me Claire.
Right, Claire. Sorry. My mother was a yes, sir, and yes, ma'am kind of woman. Force of habit.
Well, that's for children. We're not children, are we?
No.
We're both adults. Can I call you Amy?
I prefer Mrs. Morgan.
Oh. Well, I am so sorry, Mrs. Morgan. I actually didn't expect you to be all ready to go. I'm not late, am I?
Nope, we still got ourselves about 10 minutes till, but I'm ready to go if you are.
Oh, no, I'm ready. I like to be early. I try to tell Destiny that if you're not early, you are fixing to be late.
Yes. Well, regarding Destiny.
Plus, I haven't quite adjusted to this whole video thing yet. I had to have my son Travis set it up for me. He's quite the computer whiz around here. I told him that if he keeps studying, he could be the next Mark Zuckerberg. Have you ever noticed how he don't look right?
Yes. No. Anyway.
Looks like a human that got turned inside out. You see that video of him in that courtroom? Up in there looking right crazy. I try to tell Destiny that you can always tell when somebody is lying if their eyes start to look crazy.
Yes. Well, anyway, about Destiny.
How's your mother? Is she doing all right with everything? I remember back during orientation, you said she wasn't doing too good.
She's fine. Well, she's dead.
Oh, I am so sorry.
But I'm fine. We weren't close. I actually would rather focus on Destiny. Is this a good time?
Quiet! I am on the phone. I'm so sorry. I told them I'd be on the phone. I'm so sorry to hear about your mother.
You seem distracted. Is this a good time?
No. This is the perfect time. I usually work late, but I move some of my hours around. Don't you see I am on the phone? He's hungry. Go in there and get him something. Destiny's little brother is having a little bit of cabin fever. Travis is taking care of it, and Destiny is in the other room sleep. You have a little one too, right? I remember you said you had a daughter.
Yes. She's been struggling a lot too with the transition. It's a very confusing time. Anyway, Ms. Johnson, the reason I wanted to speak with you was regarding Destiny's class performance.
Right. Okay.
Today was the 5th time Destiny has refused to turn on her video and participate in my class.
Yes, I got your emails, and thank you for bringing that to my attention. I've been trying to tell her. She says that she doesn't mean anything by it. She just gets a bit overwhelmed, that's all.
I understand. Unfortunately, as I've told Destiny, I need all of my students to be visible to me. It communicates to me that they are listening and present. That's why I have this sign. See?
Well, she is listening. When I come home from work and ask how school was, she tells me exactly what y'all did. She just has trouble focusing when there's too much going on. She just gets nervous.
Unfortunately, I can't make an exception for Destiny without making an exception for all of my students.
Well, I'll make sure she keeps it on next time. Is that all?
Unfortunately, no. She also hasn't been turning in her assignments.
Oh, right. She told me she was getting a little bit behind. She's a very honest child. I've been putting in some extra hours at Food Town, so I told Travis to help her. He's only just gotten back from college because, they sent all the kids home. So it was just me before. She'll do better.
What about her father?
What about her father?
Well, I imagine if she had a father, that would lessen the burden on all of you.
My daughter is not a burden.
Of course. I didn't mean...
We're fine. She says she's working on catching up. Just give her time. She even said that she really enjoys your class. You're one of her favorite teachers.
Claire, your daughter called me a stank-faced white bitch in the middle of my class today. Was she honest about that?
She didn't mean that. She just gets frustrated sometimes and lashes out. I'll tell her to apologize.
That isn't the point, Ms. Johnson.
She knows that ain't appropriate, and I'll talk to her. Actually, It's looking like Travis needs a little bit of help. I appreciate your time, Miss Morgan. Is that all? Are we done?
Miss Johnson, I'm afraid I will need to contact Destiny's caseworker.
What? No. Wait, no. What? Why?
Destiny was made very clear by the judge this semester that her probation required that she complete her coursework.
Why would you do that? I don't think there's any need for that. I'll talk to her.
I've tried talking to her, Miss Johnson. I really do want her to succeed. But I can't help a young woman who doesn't want to help herself.
So you're sending her to jail? You think that'll make her better?
That isn't up to me. That will be up to the judge. This may surprise you, but I don't want this to happen any more than you do. But I'm afraid I have no choice.
You know this is wrong. You're sitting over there looking crazy. You know this ain't right. You're sending her to jail.
I am only notifying her caseworker.
But you know what will happen.
She knew the consequences. I'm not confident Destiny is committed to my classroom.
What classroom? Y'all are on video. She was doing better before all of this happened, and it's not her fault. You said your daughter was struggling right now, too. I bet if Destiny was a little white girl.
Oh, Miss Johnson, this is not a race issue. This simply comes down to behavior. And as you know, your daughter has stabbed another student.
That was months ago. And what was she supposed to do? Those black boys were following her around and putting their hands on her for weeks. We tried reporting it and y'all didn't do anything. Instead of punishing them, you punished her.
It's no singular incident, Ms. Johnson. She walked out of classrooms in the middle of lessons, she stole another student's wallet, and she cursed out one of her teachers.
She's doing better. She's just struggling with the video, that's all. She's a good girl.
That may be, but we can't deny the reason she is on probation is due to her hitting you.
You ain't never want to hit your mother before.
Excuse me?
You said y'all weren't close. You never thought of hitting her? Getting back at her?
It's not what I thought of doing. It's what I chose to do.
She's a good girl. She just lost control and I overreacted. I never should have called the police. I just didn't know what else to do.
You knew exactly what to do, and you did the right thing. I'm just trying to do the right thing, Claire. I'm trying to do what is best for you and for her. Destiny can be lovely when she chooses to be, but I can't keep making excuses for her. She intimidates the other students, she derails lessons, and can be very mean. I have one black male student whose house doesn't even have Wi-Fi. He does all of his lessons using his mother's phone's hotspot, and he keeps his camera on. I'm not trying to be the villain here. I have a duty to hold standards and report this behavior, regardless of my personal feelings.
This will not help her. All y'all do is judge her. What have you actually done for her?
I have offered Destiny multiple times to meet with me privately to go over the material or discuss her feelings, but she refused every time. I can't help a young woman who doesn't want to help herself.
She's a girl.
What?
She's not a woman. You keep calling her a woman. She's not grown. She's a girl. She's 14.
Ms. Johnson, we believe in holding students accountable here at Jefferson Academy. Perhaps this just isn't the right program for your daughter.
I put her in this program because she's brilliant and she earned her spot. Y'all just don't like black girls.
Our school has a number of African American students who are excelling in our program.
I didn't say African American. I said black girls.
I don't understand.
Y'all only like black boys. You like putting them on your teams or having them date your white girls. They can be your John Apprentice or Snoop Dogg. It don't matter. Because they make you feel all cool and liberal and good. But the black girls, they different. Y'all like black girls who have white mamas. Y'all like black girls who try to look like your white girls. Y'all don't like black girls like Destiny. She's too big or too dark for y'all. She looked too much like her mama. Did you know that one of those little black boys said she looked like a man? If you had to listen to what those little black boys said to her, I bet you stab a motherfucker too.
I'm very sorry Destiny was teased. I think she's a beautiful girl.
She's not mean. She's just sad.
I understand.
We're all a little sad right now. Doesn't she have the right to be sad?
I hear you, Claire.
Do you?
I do. But regardless of my personal feelings, I have a duty.
Please. Please. It's not her fault. I was sad when I was pregnant with her, and it's like smoking cigarettes or drinking. You shouldn't be sad when you're pregnant with a child, or you'll mess it up. I shouldn't have been sad, but I just felt so alone. The night before I gave birth to her, I was laid up in the tub and I fell asleep, and I remember wanting to be dead. That no one would ever want me again. But in that dream, I saw her in my arms. I was in a field and sunshine was coming down, and I saw my mother and her mother wrapped around me like an envelope. And that's when I knew that everything was going to be okay. When she was born, the room felt like brown sugar and honey, and her skin felt like soft rose petals. And I named her Destiny because God chose her for me.
I'm sorry.
She's mean and she's violent, but she's also the one who reminds us to say grace. She packs my lunch in the morning. She watches golf and doesn't get bored. She's smart and she counts my change for me at the store. She's funny. Did you know she likes Tony Bennett? Around Christmas time, she likes to pretend to be Tony Bennett while I'm in the kitchen cooking. She sways her hips around with a wooden spoon and sings Blue Velvet. She's sensitive and she's so many things. She's violent because she knows that she deserves more and nobody can give it to her. Not even me. She'll do better, I promise. Please.
That scar on your face, that was her, right? The caseworker should be in touch with you tomorrow. Good night, Claire. I appreciate your time. Take care.
Didn't I tell you to stay in your room? Go put on some shoes and pack a bag. Don't worry about why we're going for a drive. Do what I tell you! Always want to ask questions about every goddamn thing. I'm sorry. For once, just please do what I say. Please.